Morning, and welcome to the Mental Breakdown Morning Show. I'm Dr. Bernie Wilkinson.
I'm Dr. Richard Marshall.
And it's Thursday, January 5th, 2017. Good morning.
I've learned something today.
What did you... We've had this long discussion since yesterday about Throwback Thursday.
Should I confess, or do you want to tell?
It is really difficult for me to appreciate that you've never heard of Throwback Thursday and that you really did think that I made it up. I'm honored.
I thought it was Throwback Thursday, and well, that's neat,
Yeah.
But once again, I didn't know that it existed.
Yeah. Well,
and you were surprised when I said that. You registered a little shock.
It was shocking, but it just reminds me that you do not engage in social media as very often as most people.
I don't, especially Facebook,
Right.
and I just
and not at all Twitter.
I don't have a Twitter.
That's really where you see it a lot on Twitter, but you see it on Facebook too. But you see it a lot on Twitter.
Shortcuts.
Yeah.
Because you're limited.
You're limited, and right
to the number of characters. That's all I know about Twitter. 42 characters.
42.
How many characters?
140.
140. I knew there was a 4 in there.
So,
but no, I did not know about Throwback Thursday.
Right.
And I still don't know what a hashtag is. I've heard of hashtags. I've seen them. I know what the symbol is, but I don't really know what a hashtag is. Nobody's ever been able to explain to me what a hashtag is.
We'll talk about it.
All right.
Well, I'll show you a website that
I don't know whether okay. So,
but today's Throwback Thursday.
Today is Thursday,
and fittingly, it's Throwback Thursday is what we're going to talk about today. TBT, and TBT comes out perfect today because to think about today being the first Thursday of the new year, to throw back and think about last year and reflect back on the past. So Throwback Thursday is this idea of going back through our history, our lives, and sort of bringing back positive memories, sometimes negative memories, and reminding ourselves of those times. And so this is a wonderful psychological activity or session to use to review things from our life, to see what worked, what didn't work, and make better decisions about things.
Now I get it.
See?
But if we were on social media, we'd be throwing back to like high school or college
or last year, or it could be any time. Yeah.
So there's no statute of limitations on
right.
TBT.
Yeah. There's really funny ones where people will post like a fertilized egg and say, Throwback Thursday.
That's a throwback. That's throwing it back to the beginning.
Yeah. But it's great.
But this is a good reflection. That's what you. So it's a reflection, and we should do that periodically. Okay.
Absolutely, we should take time, and we talk about this in various contexts, I think, here on the podcast, but we should take time to reflect back on things, not to ruminate, or not to go over things over and over again because we become obsessed with it or become overly focused on it, but to reflect on them, to see what worked, what didn't work, and then make educated decisions the next time around, the next time such an opportunity arises.
That's right. And we've discussed that. We discussed it a couple of times in 2016 about looking back and analyzing what went well, what didn't go so well. And to if you're going to move in these positive directions, you want to base it on those kinds of careful analyses of what went right and what didn't go well in the past.
Right, absolutely.
So, Throwback Thursday. Huh?
So a simple exercise is either once a week, sometimes once a day, but or even once a month, or whatever frequency you want. Take a little bit of time and just reflect back on things. Reflect back on good situations. Reflect back on not so good, negative situations, and see what you can learn from it. Right. It's really difficult in life to learn from experiences as you're living them. And so we have to go back and reflect on them some. at times, just so that we can really get from them what we need to get from them.
Right.
Otherwise, we're sort of left experiencing everything as though we've never experienced anything similar before.
And you tend to make the same mistakes over and over.
Exactly.
Most of us make the same mistakes, whether it's in our relationships with our children or with partners. We tend to remake the same mistakes,
Right.
because we haven't gone back and analyzed what got us here in the first place.
Right. Yeah. So I do that with patients often who have just ended a long-term relationship. And so we go through it and say, okay, so what were some of the cues so that the next time, if you see similar cues, you can head it off at the pass or make some better decisions so that hey, when it began to look like this,
That's right.
it resulted and led to that, and so I want to make sure that it doesn't happen again because I can't. That's something that I can't manage or don't want in my life. So
Good advice.
yeah. So Throwback Thursday is a great, and maybe you should just do that. Maybe it would just be ideal to do that on Thursdays. Every Thursday, take a little bit of time to reflect back on your life and think about, hey, this was something good, this was something bad, something negative, something, some experience that I want to learn from.
Right. Another thing we talked about frequently is Shabbos. The exercise that our Jewish brothers do on Fridays. On the Shabbos, they look back at the previous week. We could do that on Thursday. Remember, that would be a cue. They do it on Friday because it's part of their religious ceremony, or religious practices. But you could just as easily do it on Thursday.
Right. Absolutely.
Very good. Good advice.
So use Throwback Thursday as an opportunity to learn from your own life, learn from yourself. That's something that we don't always have the opportunity to do. So,
or we don't take the opportunity to do
that's
it.
True.
Right.
That's true. So, all right. So that's it for today. That's a short TBT there.
I know, but I'm glad I learned about TBT.
Now tomorrow,
this was a very valuable day for me.
I hope that you
What's
have
tomorrow?
heard about this
Just
next
give me
one.
the letters.
TGIF.
I know what that one means.
I made that one up.
No. See, you can't trick me. I know what TGIF is.
TBT. You threw back. You learn from the mistakes, and now you can't be fooled with that one.
That's right. I know TBT now. See.
All right. So we will see you.
This year's starting to get off to a good start.
Learning something every day.
I'm learning something every day.
All right. So we will see you all bright and early tomorrow morning for another episode. All right. Bye-bye.